I want to show you how to post a thread to the discussion forum. For week one, the discussion forum is called Tell Us About Yourself. So there are some questions that I'd like you to answer to introduce yourself this week. I am going to go ahead and click and drag on the text, Command C or Control C if you're on a PC. And then I'm going to launch the discussion forum. And I'm going to create a new thread, and I'm going to enter a subject, which could be called just hello, or something similar. I'm going to go ahead and Command V on the Mac or Control V on the PC to paste this text into the text field of my thread, and I'm going to just go ahead and answer these questions verbally. But what you could do is you could type your answer next to the question, or you could just replace the question with your text. All right, some way that is going to work for you. But I'll go ahead and introduce myself verbally since I'm in the student preview mode. This post is not going to it's not going to be preserved. So okay, so I'll introduce myself. My name is Michael Kotis. I was born in Cleveland. I grew up on the west side. I live in Lakewood now. Two things about myself that are interesting. So you don't have to get too personal with this. Whatever you're comfortable with. So I'll just tell you a couple of things. One is that I'm left-handed, which is kind of not interesting at all, but to me it is. And another thing is that I have a black cat named Nubbins. And another question is, what would you like to get out of this class? So what I would like to get out of this class is that I would like you to get a lot out of the class. So I'd like to see that you learn the basics of Illustrator and Photoshop, and I'd like to see that you learn to apply some basic design principles, and I'd like to see that you familiarize yourself with some of the tools and techniques of visual communications. All right, so one of the optional things here is that you can insert a picture of yourself or your pet in the text field. So this is the text field, what I'm in right now, and I would like you to, this is optional, but if you would like, you can place a picture into the text field. So throughout the course, we're going to be using the discussion board. There'll be a new discussion forum each week, and you're going to be sharing images of your work on the discussion board. So when you create a new thread, the way I'd like you to share your images is I would like you to insert them into the text field of your thread. So I'm just going to delete this stuff for right now because I want to show you how to place an image into your thread. So there is a little button here called Insert Edit Image, and there's another button called Insert File. Well, I don't want you to use the Insert File image because what that will do is attach a file to your post. It will not, the image will not show up in your when we click on your post. It's not going to show up. It's something that we're going to have to download and open, and we're going to have to leave Blackboard, and it's something that I don't want you to do. I want you to use the Insert Edit Image button. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to choose Browse My Computer, and then I'm going to find my picture of Nubbins and open it. And it's a good idea to put an image description in here. You can see I've already practiced this, so I have a Nubbins photo as the image description, and then choose Insert, and the image comes into your text field. And you can see the blinking cursor is over on the right hand side. The image is really large, and generally it's a good idea. The images can get really large, so what I would recommend doing is to click and drag over the image so that it highlights, and then go ahead and click on this corner node and drag it so that it gets smaller. Okay, so that's a good size for my nubbins photo. And before I hit submit, one thing I just want to mention is that if you are in the discussion board and you create a new thread and you don't see all these tools here, then you need to click on this little double arrow. So if I click the double arrow, it collapses this menu. And so it may be that your menu is collapsed. So click on the double arrow and it should reveal the tools that you need in order to insert an image into your post. So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. And this is from my instructor view. This is what it looks like. Again, when I get out of the preview mode, it's not going to preserve my post, so you're not going to see it in the discussion forum. But go ahead and create your own thread, and I'm looking forward to meeting you.